and athletics, and so you get to play at a really high level.
Hello and welcome back to College Wrestling Saturday on ESPN Plus. It is the Ivy League and EIWA contest right now between Cornell and Navy from the Freedman Wrestling Center. Wrestling just getting started here at 125. Vito Arruza of Cornell, 7-0 on this season. A sophomore ranked in the top 5 of the country against Jake Allen of Navy, a senior, 13-8 coming into the weekend against Vito. And there's a quick 2-point takedown from Vito Arruza, as fast as anybody in the country, and showing us why here. So thank you so much for joining us here. It is the second of our doubleheader. Another 2-point, 1-point escape, 2-point Vito. He's working his game fast here right now for Cornell, getting right after it. A all-out hustle, all-out will style by Vito Arruza. So as we said, the nightcap of our doubleheader here of College Wrestling Saturday on ESPN Plus. 2 more for Vito. The more we talk, the more he scores. He's up 6-2 just like that here in the first minute of action here at 125. Now Cornell just beat Columbia in their dual meet, and Navy lost to Columbia earlier in the day to start the day. Cornell won 31-9. It was 20-15 Columbia over Navy. So Cornell like to hand the midshipmen their second loss of the afternoon here at the Freedman Wrestling Center. Now Allen's a team captain, 2021 NCAA qualifier. Won the Bearcat Open, had a 7-5 win over Craig Diakomahalis at the Bearcat Open of Cornell. So Diakomahalis training with Vito. So certainly Vito would like to return the favor here today in this dual meet. And stall warning already against Jake Allen. Navy coached by Kerry Colott, his second season at the helm for the midshipmen. 2-time NCAA champion at Lockhaven. Transferred in from Penn State. Also a 2-time World Cup gold medalist. As Vito working hard for back points. He's up 6-2, over a minute of rotting time already. Of course, Colott also an Olympic member for Team USA in Sydney. He helped bring Campbell University to national prominence. As 4 more back points from Vito Arruza. Vito just torquing on Allen. So Arruza showcasing his skills in his top attack, his top game. Looking very, very impressive thus far. It's 10-2, Vito Arruza on top of Jacob Allen of Navy. On deck for Cornell and Navy at 1:30, it's going to be Dom LaJoy for the Big Red at 1:33, and 21st ranked Josh Coderhat, freshman out of Belleville, Illinois. That should be a good one at 1:33. But we are just underway here for College Wrestling Saturday in our doubleheader against Navy for Cornell. As Vito with a very, very dominant first period. He's up 10-2. So Allen, the senior out of California, trying to do anything he can to fend off this fierce attack by Vito. And Vito's one of the best of the game. Arruza trying to go over the top. Get the go behind. Allen's got the leg locked. And trying to sprawl out of it, trying to get his one, and he does get it. One escape from Vito. So Allen, who, as we said, had that 7-5 win over Diakomahalis of Cornell at 125 at the Bearcat Open, is the class valedictorian at his high school in California. He's going to need all the smarts here today. And you just got to love this exciting lightweight action here. 125, 33, 41. And the pacing and and how they just push the envelope every single time at this weight to be successful. And Vito is a great example of that for Cornell. Outside single attempt by Allen. Sprawled and on the outside. There's a spin around. Low leg takedown by Vito Arusha. He capitalizes. It's 13-2. Arusha up big. And one escape by Allen. Vito going to work his neutral game again. Working the head.
Right collar, right collar. Now get inside, right collar.
Allen trying for an outside single. Arusha reverses into his own outside single. Two more for Vito. It's 15-3. Big points for Vito Arusha for Cornell. It's been all Vito here. He's 7-0 on the season, working to 8-0. Here at 125 as the second period comes down to a close. So you saw Vito working that power half there at the end. And, you know, if you're on the bottom and you get that right in the back of your head and the top part of your neck, that's not something that you really enjoy feeling if you're on the bottom. But Vito does it well. And optional start up for Vito. Technically up 16-3 with that 1 point. But he's working big time for the technical fall. Optional start from Vito again. Allen trying to come out. Vito trying to trip him up. He does. Here at 125. Under 2 now. Here in the final frame. Here in the third period between Cornell and Navy at 125. Escape Allen. Vito trying to block it off again. Single attempt now from Vito into 2. 17-4. We see a lot of guys get caught up in those spots where, you know, they get sprawled on, the leverage, the weight is on top of you. But the key for Vito is that he just keeps coming. Went off from the double leg attempt to the single leg and got greedy, got the points. As he's so big. One more turn and he'll get a technical fall for Cornell. And looks over another optional start to be coming for Vito Arusha. Tries to cut him and he does. It's now 17-5. Arusha working his stuff. He has shut Allen down this entire match. Outside single push from Vito. Working again. Club it on the head. Trying to drag it in and pull it in and get 2. And back trip, got it. 2 more from Vito. It's 19-5, Vito Arusha. And either way, he will get a tech ball with that bonus point of riding time, 3:36 in his favor in counting. It's been all Vito. And we're down to 3, 2, and 1. That does it. 1 point extra for riding time. It's a tech ball win for Vito Arusha. And Cornell's on the scoreboard already. Up big. It's a 5-point advantage for the Big Red. So here we go. Let's amp it up even more. 133 for Navy. 21st ranked Josh Coderham, freshman from Belleville, Illinois. They take on Tom LaJoy, who's 11-8 on the season for Cornell here at 133. LaJoy, senior captain. Coderham going right after it. Quick first move, looking for 2 points. Coderham, back trip. He's got 2. That's a takedown for Cornell of Navy. Trying to lock a cradle up early. Nice hand position here from LaJoy. LaJoy trying to get out of it. He's thinking two. They're calling for it here for a reversal in the corner. And high octane attack here from both wrestlers. And they do. Give them points. And they're talking it over. And it's going to be an official's review. So no challenge. This is an official's review. As it was close to the out-of-bounds marker. The line that is the wrestling mat. So 2-0. Cornell came right out, got the first 2 points with a takedown. But Tom LaJoy fighting like he always does from the bottom. Working his stuff to try to get control for 2 points. The official review will tell the tale. So we're rocking here at the Freedman Wrestling Center. Limited capacity up here this afternoon. 25% capacity. You know, due to COVID-19, and everyone has to be vaccinated. Wear your masks. Yeah, as a fan in the crowd. And great job keeping everybody safe on the Cornell campus. So after the review, the officials deemed no change and just out of bounds. 2-0 still advantage. Cornell just underway here at 1:33. LaJoy working up to his base, working up to his feet. Up top, Cornell trying to really pry in the half. Tough spot here for LaJoy. Cornell trying to drive it. And he's got him over. Cornell with a pin for Navy. The half over the top, and he got it done for the midshipman. And Cornell turned him over and got it done. Big pin 6 for the midshipmen. They lead 6-5.
Now wrestling at 141 pounds for Navy, Tyler Hunt. And for your Cornell Big Red, Cole Hamilton.
So after the pin from Navy at 6-5, they take the lead here in the early going of this matchup as we go to 41. It's going to be Tyler Hunt of Navy, sophomore, 7-6 coming into the weekend. These guys going right at the center of the mat. Taking on Cole Handlovic, a freshman, 5-7 on the season against Cornell. So Cole Handlovic of Cornell and Tyler Hunt of Navy. Handlovic working his stuff, coming right to it. He will not get up on the leg. Great scramble sequence between these two warriors. But no points. Handlovic trying to go out the back. He pops his hips out and turns. He'll get 2. He's doing just that. He does. No call yet. And Navy, Coach Colott and company, pleading their case for Hunt to turn. No points yet, nothing rewarded. Handlovic trying to bump in, and they're going to give 2 to Hunt. And there might be a challenge coming from Cornell as Handlovic still had control of the leg, and they waved it off. They waved off the 2 points. And you're going to see the officials most likely talking about it. Going to be a challenge now from Navy as the block has been thrown. Well, this has been an exciting bout so far. Handlovic scooping the leg, and he'll probably get 2 here once he drives him. Handlovic battling for 2, and he got it. 2-point takedown, Cole Handlovic. First points of the bout. And a challenge from Coach Colott and Navy as the block has been thrown down. So we'll give you a match reset of what happened with that whole sequence. The officials gave Hunt 2 for the takedown, waved it off, and then Handlovic came back and got 2 points. And I believe they waved it off due to Handlovic still having control. So the review and the challenge by Navy. This is one of those matches that'll get you out of breath. they're going to review it. So a lot of times you see when officials take a look at those video screens, is there enough evidence to prove that the call was right or the call was wrong? And that's what we have here. So in case you're just joining us, we thank you wherever you may be watching. It's the Ivy League and the EIWA on ESPN Plus. Andy Borowski here with you from the Friedman Wrestling Center on the campus of Cornell University. It is an awesome ride here this weekend up here for some college wrestling. Right now it's 2-0 officially on the scoreboard for Handlovic. As you said, the officials taking a look. And the headsets coming off as the officials have their word.
On the mat is confirmed. The no takedown call, the wave off is correct, so no change.
So it's 2-0 Cornell. There was no takedown early on by Tyler Hunt. So Cornell getting the advantage here as Navy's challenge goes awry. Cornell on the drive, the pop-up. Big hits from Handlovic. About a minute left here in the first period. It's been a action-packed first here at 141. So you think about a guy like Handlovic, you know, getting an opportunity as a freshman, training with the likes of Yanni Dakamahalis, and how that elevates your game in the room. And a guy like Yanni going to bring it every single day, and certainly Cole. There's a nice drop down, a club, and 2 points from Handlovic. Handlovic with a low leg single and club into 2 points. Executed perfect. It's 4-1 Handlovic in the first period. So Handlovic coming into this matchup, he's lost 6 straight, including a loss to Nick Lee of Penn State, #1 in the nation, at the Cliff Keen invite. Look at this, using the hips and a strong whizzer from Hunt, and the period runs out. After one, Handlovic of Cornell leads it 4-1 on top of Hunt as he'll choose down as to start the second period. Spiral ride a little bit by Handlovic. Hunt trying to get up his base, use that shin and prop himself up. And he gets up, working on the hand control. Good drive by Handlovic to stay in control. He's got a minute riding time and more. Minute 25 and counting. Boy, nice crowd job, crowding the hips, staying in control by Handlovic. Nowhere to go for Hunt, and no change. You hear the Cornell side, Coach Gray and company putting that work in. Always working to improve on the mat for Cornell. And out goes Hunt. There's one escape. Nice low leg single again from Handlovic. Handlovic trying to crowd the hips. Out the back. Hunt's got control of that leg. Hips through, and he will get 2. Stepping up, stepping through. Not yet, and there it is. 2 points for Handlovic. And potentially dangerous. So tack 6 on that scoreboard now. Total of 6, rather, for Handlovic. And this has to work wonders for that mindset for Cole Handlovic. Second period, under 40. Top side rod from Handlovic, trying to work in some sort of combination for some back points. Putting the pressure on Hunt now. Under 15 to go here in the second. Handlovic been in control after that takedown. Really build that confidence here in this bout at 141. That's the end of the second. And Handlovic going to choose neutral now. Where he excels at most, his single legs on point in this matchup beyond. So if you're Hunt here, haven't been able to score big points yet, just some escapes. And this is where you got to work your stuff. Got to work your attacks and set something up and get it done. But Handlovic truly just relishing this opportunity to get out here, compete. Big stage against a Navy team in the EIWA. And outside single attempt from Hunt. Hunt out the back. So you see it all the time in this sport. You get out the back, your opponent locking up those ankles, trying to spin him off his head. Could be potentially dangerous here. Look out. And great positioning by Handlovic. If he breaks the lock, he can go behind for two. Under a minute. Under a minute to go. Handlovic. Two for Handlovic. That makes it 8-2. Under a minute now left. Of course, you're going to tack on 1 point for Handlovic with that rotting time. He's almost at 3 minutes of rotting time. 1 point escape. We'll go to Hunt. 8-3 now is the score. 30-second go now left between these two grapplers. You keep hearing the shot here from Cornell on the coaching side. Nice high C attempt here from Handlovic. Trying to cup that ankle. Scoop the leg to his back. Might almost have a pinning combination. Under 10 and no back points. Handlovic, great effort by Cole Handlovic. And no points at the end, but a win for Cole Handlovic. He improves to 6-7. 8-3 win for Handlovic.
Now wrestling at 149 pounds for Navy, Jonathan Miranda. And for your Cornell Big Man, Yanni Diakabales.
And we are back to live action. Cornell's two-time national champion, Yanni Diakabales, a junior. He's now 14-0 in the season after a win earlier by pin against Columbia. 2 points for Yanni. He's taking on senior John Miranda, 5-7 on the year, coming into this weekend. Did not see varsity action last year, although Navy competed sparingly, certainly with COVID-19. Cornell did not with the virus. So one of the most dynamic wrestlers in the NCAA today, and of course in Cornell history, taking the mat for Cornell. As we said earlier today, the longest win streak in the nation. That's a title that goes to Yanni. 61 wins in a row, dating back to a couple years ago. Back in full force this year for Cornell. 1 point escape for Miranda. Yanni getting right back in, right inside. Yanni, deep double leg. Power double leg for Yanni Diakabales. Academic, 2 more points for him. It's a 4-1 edge for Yanni D. And the one thing that's always so great to watch, if you're a fan of the sport, if a fan of Cornell, it's really irrelevant. If you're just someone that loves to watch the sport, you just see how he executes. You see how he just goes after everything with every fiber of his being, and really makes a difference. between scoring and not scoring in this sport. And Yanni making it right. But there's that torque again. Torques him over for some back points. Got that link trapped in that ankle. You can count 4 for Giacomo Hollis. Boy, that old school torque drive, largely made famous by the late great Dave Schultz in international competition. And he's working for another pin. And he got it. Giacomo Hollis, his 4th consecutive pin for Cornell. He gets it done again.
Now wrestling at 157 pounds for the midshipman, Andrew Semiglia. And for your Cornell Big Red, Hunter Richard.
So make it 61 in a row for Yanni Giacomo, his 4th consecutive pin for Cornell. And he gets it done against Navy here tonight. In our nightcap right here on ESPN Plus. And we bump up weights down to 57. Hunter Richard of Cornell. And trying to spin out and flip out here. He's against 20th ranked Andrew Cernaglia. 19-4 coming into the weekend. A sophomore. Started the year on a 10-0 streak before losing to Justin Thomas of Oklahoma 8-7 at the Cliff Keen Invite earlier in the season. And these guys are just fighting hard for every ounce of position, every inch. And 2 points for Cernaglia. Richard, 8-4 in the year, senior captain. Won a physical match earlier against Andrew Garr of Columbia in his first one. So Navy trying to stop the bleeding after that pin by Yanni D as they trail 14-6 in the team score. A lot of wrestling left here on ESPN Plus. Andy Bonowski with you for some college wrestling. And as we said, this part of the season, the grind part of your schedule, so important to get these really crucial wins, especially for a guy like Hunter Richard right now, starting to hit his stride this year, trying to overtop now, and right by the scorer's table they go into it, and they appear to be okay. So Richard, if he can pull off this upset of Cernaglia, huge for him come postseason time and the IWA seeding time. This would be a big one. But certainly Cernaglia, NCAA qualifier last year. And here's a guy, he certainly does not lack confidence either for the midshipman. As a drive as Richard goes in that first row or two of the stands on the opposite side. 14-6, your team score. It's 2-0. Cernaglia with that takedown in this first period to have the edge. So think about Richard, that if you're Cornell, that you've seen him progress as Cernaglia thinking back points, but Richard working his way up to his feet, to his base. Cernaglia back trip, keeping control of the hip, and he's in a good spot now, in a good spot. And there's the punch and the one for Hunter Richard. Gets out now. This is where you redefine your focus. You get back locked into the matchup, and you go, and you hit your stuff, and that's what Richard's trying to do. Cernaglia. Aggressive counter time by both men as they float back towards the center. Under 10 now in the first period. So Cernaglia, a two-time Pennsylvania state champ out of Easton, Pennsylvania. I mean, here's somebody here for Navy that they're looking forward to building around. I mean, just a sophomore, a lot of wrestling left in his career. Using him and how important that is for, you see guys come in, they have success right away. How important that is for recruiting and getting guys into the Naval Academy, not just for the wrestling experience, but the overall experience. As Richard being very, very aggressive, hip through, got his body through, did Cernaglia, that's one. And push out of bounds. And these two young bulls going right at each other. As 3-1 now is your score after the escape. Cernaglia in the lead. Under 1:30 to go here in the second. So Richard trying to get inside and set up those single legs to tie this matchup at 3. Of course, the 1 point advantage right now has to negate some riding time out of Cernaglia. At 1:20, advantage him. So Richard pushing forward. 50 seconds and counting. Richard, we talked about earlier in that Columbia match, he just utilizes that club right to the side of your headgear, man. That rattles you. As a former wrestler myself, that really gets your attention quick. Certainly if you're on the receiving end. Low leg single, nice block by Richard. Richard down to a single, trying to drive and finish. Trying to run the pipe here. If he limp arms out, he might get 2. Under 20, a lot of time left for some points, and Richard let go of it. Got out of it, did Cernaglia. Richard, front headlock attempt, trying to do a throw by. Elbow control down on bottom by Cernaglia, under 10. And he fought his way out. So no points for either man there. It's 3-1 as Richard's going back to neutral. Looks over at his coach and said, hey, this is our best shot. Well, Richard almost finished that before to tie it up. IC block. Another big club down to the back of the head. Upper body battle now towards the edge. Underneath. Throw by the 2 points for Richard. Richard ties it up at 3 with the takedown. Cernaglia trying to get up. He gets one. Big hip pop back down. And they're going to come under 1. Great strategy. They held off the running time. It's 4-3 Cernaglia. Cernaglia looking for 2. Driving deep over the top. Great spin up by Richard. We're back at 4. No points yet. Trying to drive out to the out of bounds. And Richard, presence of mind, he was out of bounds. Cernaglia. He's looking for the call, but no points. It's 4-3. Great strategy by Cornell to take Cernaglia's riding time under a minute, then let him go. It's 4-3 after the escape. Cernaglia. Richard going low leg single, trying to drive, running the pipe. Trying to club and spike. It's 2 for Richard. Big takedown, he takes the lead. Hunter Richards up by 4. "30 seconds left. This has been a barn burner. Richard holding on, trying to work some attack on top. It's 5-4 Hunter Richard. Be a huge upset win for him. Down to 20. Trying to work a bar. Cernaglia, he can't get out. 15 seconds and counting. And you look over at the Navy side. They can't believe it. Richard running it down. 3, 2, and 1. Upset win by Hunter Richard. 5-4 over Andrew Cerniglia. The 20th ranked wrestler in the country goes down. Richard with a huge win and a big boost for confidence.
Now wrestling at 165 pounds for Navy, John Park. And for your Cornell Big Red, Adam Santoro.
So some lineup changes at 165 after we catch our breath after that Richard big time win for Cornell. At 165, Adam Santoro will step in after Julian Ramirez was out after the medical forfeit injury in the previous match against Columbia. It's Adam Santoro on the drive, looking for a finish already. He's taking on John Park. John Park of Navy. No score here at 165. Boy, Santoro trying to flip over into some points. It's 17-6 team score. Cornell in the lead, and Park gets the first two of the matchup. Santoro gets out 2-1. We're in for another one, just like we saw before, and that's okay by all of us. That's what wrestling's all about. Santoro trying to get some head control. Deep shot here by Park on the drive. Trying to get that leg up and drive is Park. Out the back. Santoro trying to pivot off his head, and nice flip over there. Nice turnover into two for Park. And Navy, all of a sudden, he's up 4-1. That's what you got to love about this matchup here so far on ESPN Plus. These guys just going right at you, bringing the high octane. So Santoro getting the nod over Ramirez, and in case you missed it, Ramirez injured. Took a little bit of a shot on his head in that Columbia match and had to medically forfeit, even though he was winning the match, came back and passed the protocol to get back in there and compete, and then ultimately ended up had to do the medical forfeit. As Park really torquing on this, looking for back points now, gets Santoro. And Park in business now. And quick count, just one. And potentially dangerous, it called against Park. And to get that arm too wrapped up back there, and it goes the wrong way. Official's going to call that. So first period just underway. It's 4-1 Park. He's got over a minute of riding time already on top of Santoro. And there's that claw ride that Navy does so well. Going at it again. And he's trying to torque in that arm again. Well, you see the bending of the wrist and where it goes in that opposite direction. And again, it gets another potentially dangerous call against him. And that's the end of the first period. So Park's going to elect to go down to extend his lead. Santoro. Build him up and let him go. It's 5-1 Park. On top of Santoro. So if you're Santoro, you just go for broke here. You just let it ride and do your thing. Park coming into the weekend 17-9 as a junior. Three-time Oklahoma State champion. Really starting to have a breakout season for this midshipman program. elevating himself to a higher level. So with a strong showing at the Navy Classic and the Bearcat Open as well. As Santoro getting deep on an outside single, trying to finish. Park trying to flip out. Great scramble sequence between Santoro and Park, no points. As we're moving right along here at 65. 1 minute left here in the second period. So that's what's so wonderful about this sport. You've got, you know, it's almost like that phrase you hear about football, any given Sunday. It's like any given match. You know, one guy can beat the other. It's what makes it such a great sport, and that margin of compete level. And deep single leg from Santoro. He gets two. High C out of the underhook. He's got back points coming. Santoro. And not enough for the full count. Trying to chin whip him. Trying to chin whip him over. Rolled out of it. Did it Park. It's 5-3 Park. No back points. No back points from Santoro. Didn't hold him down long enough. And the midshipman beside themselves now. They say, hey, work, get your one at this point. But going back to that point, you've got two guys here grappling right now. Two different ends of the spectrum. You know, Park, really a guy having his breakout year for himself. And then Santoro getting thrust into this lineup today, trying to capitalize as an opportunity. But yet, right in there in this matchup. All the way down 5-3. And that is the end of the second. And Santoro elects to stay in the neutral position. More points trying to go to him. And deep high C attempt from Park, blocked out by Santoro. Here on College Wrestling Saturday, thank you so much for watching wherever you may be on ESPN Plus. It has been an exciting day. Lots of matches, lots of action here at the Friedman Wrestling Center on the campus of Cornell University. Down low leg single attempt. Low leg single by Santoro. He brings it up, trying to front trip. Park trying to go underneath. Big sprawl from Santoro. Trying to get back to a power drive, cross face, and get the near ankle. Down to a minute 15 to go. It's 5-3. Park in the lead, but not by much. It could change in an instant. Santoro, cross-face drive. He's working for it. Park driving up, getting off his knees, trying to scoop the legs. Under a minute to go. And Park in business. 2 points for the takedown to John Park. And Santoro not enough for the tank to fight off Park. And you're going to see Park just work a half here and perhaps work a power half and ride this thing out. Minute 30 and counting of riding time as well. 20 on the actual match clock left. So Park will hold off Santoro's effort. And he made it interesting at 5-3 with that takedown. But nonetheless, Park will emerge victorious down to 5, and that'll do it. John Park with the decision. He wins it 8-3. It's now 17-8. Cornell and the team score.
Now wrestling at 174 pounds for Navy, Shane Sosinski. And for your Cornell Big Red, Chris Foka.
As you heard the announcement, up to 174 now. Chris Foka for Cornell. And Shane Sosinski. Shane Sosinski, the senior from Upper Saddle River, New Jersey, 8-7 this year into the weekend. And so getting a nice matchup here in the duel for the midshipmen. Foka now 16-4 on the year, sophomore. had a nice win, 8-3
Right hand, palm inside here. Pummel man, right hand.
over Nick Vide of Columbia, that first bout of the day. So this one is marching right along as we're getting up to the big boys now. 174, 84. 97 in heavyweight left remaining between the midshipman and the big red.
Put 2 hands on that collar. Pull on his head. Pull on his head.
So as you see the tattoo from Foca on his top right shoulder. State of New Jersey, 2 New Jersey guys going at it. And big takedown, Chris Foca. Momentum, he says, I'll take it. So 2 points for Foca on the takedown. He is in control right now. And one escape coming from Sosinski. Sosinski uses some torque, has the overhook, got control. So Foca, as we said, you know, in previous broadcasts, this Cornell program, very, very excited to see what he could do here. And he is really honoring that commitment for sure. Ranked 14th in the country. That's just a sophomore. Out of New Jersey, 2019 New Jersey State Champion. 5-time member of the U.S. Wrestling National Team at Bergen Catholic High School. And of course, a national championship at Fargo, where a lot of the future is seen out in Fargo, North Dakota, and the Junior Nationals and Cadet Nationals. Outside single, Foca with a power drive into 2 points. Full steam ahead, it's 4-1 Cornell. Well, that's where you find that extra gear. And you drive and finish. Foca, nicely done. So Sosinski, as we said, a senior, 2 New Jersey guys here, battling it out here between Navy and Cornell. And you know, Sosinski been around the program a long time, but you know, you get a new coach like Coach Kola, and you adjust to the changes of, you know, of how things are done in the room. And as he's trying to escape right in front of the scorer's table, Foca maintains control after the end of the first period. He did not let one go, and the Cornell side loves it. The Cornell side loves it. And you know, you get to those points of where a guy is just wanting to get out of bounds to get that 1 point, and you just don't let go. Great effort by Foca to hold on to the lead. And hip it over. And Foca, 1 point escape. He'll get it. Well, that is just great tempo wrestling, high octane style from Foca. You think, you see Sosinski on the side there. He's out of bounds. Oh, it's over. Match over. We're going to go back to the center, but nonetheless, Foca keeping the pressure on. Another outside single, another drive, and more too. It's a clinic right now for Chris Foca. 7-1. Foca on top here for Cornell. 17-9 is your team score. The Big Red in control on top of Navy. Good EIWA clash. Cornell and Navy. So on deck at 184 will be next. For the midshipman, it's going to be Hunter Johns, junior out of Dayton, Ohio, 8'8", coming into the weekend. Most likely taking on Johnny Lowe at 184 of Cornell. So you hear some of the Cornell fans asking for, hey, let's get a stall warning here. Guy in the bottom's not doing much, but trust me, when someone as big as Foca's on top of you, there ain't much you can do if you're Sosinski. And there's a lot of mass in the back of you like that. Sosinski trying to get to a base. Got control of the hand. From our vantage point, Foca has the near side wrist, and he's got control of it and drive it. Under 10 now in the second period. Over 2 in terms of riding time for Chris Foca. Big time advantage for him. He's at 2:26. Working on a major decision now. Sosinski is going to choose down. So Foca in control right now of this New Jersey battle. 2 New Jersey guys and between Cornell and Navy. As going to let him go 1 point. He does. Lets him up 1 point. Big drive for more takedowns. Foca getting right after it. He does not waste any time. Tack 2 more on the scoreboard for Chris Foca. It's 9-2. Chris Foca in control and not letting up. Well, you love the energy out of this Cornell team right now. Even though you're up, never lack the enthusiasm and that energy. And another optional start, and back down is Foca. And there's one escape, Sosinski. Foca, he is dangerous on his feet. Almost an ankle pick into a drive. Nice ankle pick by Chris Foca, textbook. And Cornell's up 11-3. And this has been something to watch if you're a Cornell fan. Foca well on his way to his 17th victory of the year. He'd be 17-4 after it. Sosinski just has no answer for the neutral attack of Chris Foca on his feet. And not many do out there. Under 40. And there's a stalling point. It's a big major. Now he's working close to a tech fall. If he turns him to 4, it's going to be very close to tech fall territory. Plus the riding time will make it 5. And that would bring your score up to 17-3. So going to be very close, but I think it's just wind out now. Under 10. Foca, a dominant victory here at 174.
At 174 pounds, your winner by major decision from Cornell, Chris Foca.
Foca, 12-3 plus some bonus points there with riding time. Foca improves to 17-4.
For Navy, Hunter Johns. And for your Cornell Big Red, Jonathan Lowe.
And Cornell working on that team win. They're up 21-9. As we move to 184 after the win from Chris Foca. Hunter Johns for Navy, junior out of Dayton, Ohio, 8-8 before the weekend began. And Johnny Lowe for Cornell here at 184, back at it for the Big Red. So both guys, we talk about the leverage that Lowe has and how it's such an advantage for him. And in that match against Columbia, it improved to 16-5. Big major win for Johnny Lowe. As the guy's driving right by the scorer's table. Hunter Johns in front of our table here. Lowe got control and out as they go back in towards the center. As the little fresh restart here by the official Let's get back to the center. That's what they do. So these are the types of matchups when you get later in this lineup. You certainly have had some long days. That's what the sport of wrestling is all about, those grinding type days where you mentally have to channel yourself to another level. There's a single leg takedown attempt here. Low with a slam, and he gets two. Johnny Lowe out early here in the first period, 2-0. But as we were saying prior, that it's a later night match. You have a doubleheader. You've wrestled twice, and you go to those tournaments, and wherever it may be, get those big matches that you have. Really some gauntlet days. And nonetheless, here at Cornell, looking sharp, and Navy trying to head them off here and come close here in the final score. This is a turning point match, no doubt. And deep shot attempt here, blocked off by Lowe. Hunter Johns with a 1-point escape. It's 2-1, Johnny Lowe. What a big club by Lowe. On deck at 197, 27th ranked wrestler in the country, Jake Kozer of Navy out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, 17-4 on a match win streak coming into this weekend. He's actually won the Clarion Open and Navy Classic. That's Jake Cardanius at 97 on deck. So that's going to end the first period. 2-1 lead for Johnny.
Good job, Hunter.
So things could get interesting right away as Hunter Johns elects to go down. See if he can tie it up. Or even take a lead on a reversal off the first move, and caution. Yeah, going to be a caution. Caution at the head table here, looking at making sure the clock is running properly on that scoreboard. They fix it. So Navy, look at their schedule ahead. They're actually going to Binghamton tomorrow with a 2 p.m. start. As Lowe with a big hip pop down to the mat. He's still in control on top. Navy heads to the Binghamton Bearcats, a program certainly on the rise and staking their claim with some of their guys in their lineup. That's at 2 p.m. tomorrow. They'll be back in action. And there's Lowe. Lowe coming right back at you. Gets another takedown for Johnny Lowe. So Johnny Lowe working a cross face and trying to drive. Maybe work up into that move that he loves so much, the assassin pinning combination. And another escape by Navy makes it 4-3. Lowe up by 1. Johns trying to get some position. Lowe, thinking headlock. Down low. Lowe trying to get 2 more, and he does. Johnny Lowe. It's act, react in terms of the sequence, and he does. It's 6-3. So just a couple matches remaining here on ESPN Plus. It's been a great weekend here at the Freeman Wrestling Center. And pretty much 100% of the time, let's just say 100% of the time, this place always rocking, despite the 25% limited capacity in here today amid COVID-19. So 6-3. Down to 5 seconds remaining in the second period. Johnny Lowe trying to get his 17th win of the season out of Wantagh, New York. And up and try not to let it go, and he does it. Great effort, great fight by Johnny Lowe. And he's going to take the bottom position. Hunter Johns just truly hasn't been able to get anything working in terms of offense here. Lowe has been able to fend off everything and have a counter point. Trying to ride out Johnny Lowe. Lowe, there he goes, one escape. He gets one. It's 7-3, Johnny Lowe on top of Hunter Johns. Outside single. Big setup by Johnny Lowe. The drive. Cups the ankle. It's going to be two. Lowe with another takedown. He's working on a major decision now, getting close to it. It's 9-3. You hear Coach Gray and company say, hey, pick up the pace, let's go. With 1:20 here to go in the third period. Never let off the gas. Lowe working on it. Got a leg in there. Trying to torque it for some back points. Here's Johnny Lowe.
1 minute.
1 minute to go now in the third period. This one has gone in favor of Johnny Lowe, and they're thinking, do you let him up and try to get the major? And he does. 1 point escape for Hunter Johns. 9-4. Johns. Last double. Big double leg for Johnny Lowe. He gets it. And major decision. Bonus points coming for John Lowe. After another takedown, and you can imagine he's going to wind down this clock. It'll make it a 12-4 match. It's 11-4 officially right now. With that rounding time, he'll get the extra point. And that will do it. Johnny Lowe wins his 17th of the year. And he gets a major 12-4 over Hunter Johns of Navy.
Now wrestling at 197 pounds for Navy, Jacob Kozer. And for your Cornell Big Red, Jacob Cardenas.
Jake Kozer. He's put together quite a season for this Navy team. Cardenas out of the gate says, I'll take two. Big takedown for Cardenas. Cardenas 13-4 in the season, a sophomore ranked 19th in the country. Got a nice streak going here for the Big Red. Cardenas outside, wrapping the leg up. So Kozer, he's definitely one of their wrestlers that's seen a lot of success this year. Won the Clarion Open, won the Navy Classic, and holds a win over Cam Cafee at Michigan State, who's ranked third in the country. 8-0 they beat Cafee. And back to live action. Cardenas was really, really strong on top. And he'd probably let him go here, though. And he does. Sacrificing the 1 for 2. Cardenas. You know, him and Foka, they've had some really grind. And there's a deep off to a double leg for Kozer. As I said, Cardenas really been in some really hard grinder matches this year. Some sudden victory wins, some overtime matches, and building the character and building your mental strength for positions just like this right here and right now. Kozer trying to get two. He's got his arm around the hip, but Cardenius, he counters it into two of his own. It's 4-1. Cardenius, 4-1. And he's got 1 minute now in riding time for Cornell. Cardenius with the sunk back and almost got it. Well, you pull back in that chin, you expose a guy's back, it's back points right away, but Kozer knew right where he was, had that mat sense, and he got out. So you hear a lot of guys will use, it's almost like a fellow team member, so to speak. It can be used for you or used against you sometimes, that out of bounds line, because you see it a lot in the sport. You know, if you go out, some officials will call you out. If you're a mid takedown, you know, territory, and but sometimes it works the other way. So 1 point escape now for Kozer. It's 4-2 Cardenius. Cardenius. Let's see if we see more of those fast, quick takedowns that he's always capable of. Jockeying for position, goes out to the outside, trying to pivot on that knee. There's two more for Cardenius. Big drive, big finish. It's 6-2 now. So Kozer at 27th in the nation coming into this weekend. So you hear a lot about, you know, his season if you're Navy, and a win over Cardenius, and where that puts you in the picture, in the overall picture too. It's certainly high caliber, high octane if you can beat a guy like Cardenius. Kozer, that first move, just get headed off real quick. And big pop down to the mat by Cardenius. Trying to get that wrist and get himself back into position. Another pop. Big hip pop by Cardenius. And that'll wake you up. So a little match reset now. Your team score is 25-9. Cornell on top of Navy. The individual score right down here at 197. Cardenius leads at 6-2 on top of Jake Kozer. And he might let him go here and trying to hip pop him again. And Kozer trying to go down and turn it into something. Flips over and he gets out. 1 point escape for Navy's Jake Kozer. Cuts the lead to 6-3. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kozer responds. See what gear he has right now. Kozer's got the elbow tie. Can he set something up, trying to go for a low leg single? Nice defensive effort by Cardenius. Cardenius trying to spin around. If he gets it again, if he puts him down, he'll get two. Cardenius, two. 2 more points for Jake Cardenius and Cornell. Great sequence on the adjacent side to where we're sitting. Cardenius, it's 8-3. At 197. Boy, it's almost as if Cardenius says, hey. And he's not pleased with his effort down there, letting him go with about 5-6 seconds left in the second period. But you regroup, come back strong. So this is it, the final period. Can Kozer put something together? Down 8-4, 3:06. That's a lot of riding time in favor of Cardenas. He's got that to his edge and advantage. Kozer with the drive. So Kozer out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. Certainly you talk Pennsylvania, top-ranked Penn State. Number 1 in the country, outlasting Iowa last night. Number 2 team in the country, as this is really going to Kozer's ways. We got to watch out. Got to watch out here right now. So Kozer keeping up the pressure on the drive. As Kozer trying to take down some riding time here, turn it into something. Cardenas back to live action. Minute 30 to go in the matchup between Navy and the Big Red. And potential stalling or stalemate could be called very soon. Guys been in the same spot for the last few seconds. And potentially dangerous. So potentially dangerous. Stop of the action, 1:04 now in the period. So Cardenas looking really impressive here. Takedown after takedown after takedown. He has shown up in full force, but Kozer really doing a good job of holding him down at this point of the match. But if he can't make a turn, or if he can't let him up and score points with some takedowns, he is still trailing 8-4. And stall warning against Cardenas at this point. Kozer. Down to 30. So I guess the only big benefit for Kozer, he has cut considerably that riding time in half, but to no points. And not really 100% certain of his attack method right now. At this point, might want to cut him, let him loose. Maybe get a quick headlock or try to turn something into a big 5-6 point move. Unless you can work something quick into a pad. That's going to go to Cardenas. And he's trying for a cradle. But to no avail, it will be Jake Cardenas with your decision victory.
Your winner by decision from Cornell, Jacob Cardenas.
An 8-4 win for Cardenas of Cornell.
Now wrestling at 285 pounds.
And this match
Riley Smith.
will wind out with the big boys.
For your Cornell Big Red, Luis Hernandez.
Our final bout of the night here on College Wrestling Saturday on ESPN Plus. It's going to be Cornell's Luis Hernandez, 18th ranked wrestler invitation against Riley Smith, senior out of Macon, Michigan, at a 14-8 record to start the week. Hernandez, 11-5, sophomore for Cornell. And a big tech ball win over Columbia earlier. Made it look easy. Just back point after back point. And we're just underway here in the finale. 285. Hernandez trying to drive big, almost going to the stands. Look out. So as we said, Navy, there's no rest They're going to go to Binghamton tomorrow. Meanwhile, Cornell looking for revenge next Saturday at Princeton. And Fernandez, huge hip hop, 2 points for Fernandez. The big man gets 2 for Cornell. As we previously said, Cornell back in action next Saturday and Sunday. Ivy League weekend, both of these matches will be on ESPN Plus. They'll be at Princeton Saturday at 1 p.m. Then at Penn, the Quakers Sunday, also at 1 p.m. Both matches on your ESPN Plus streaming platforms, wherever you may be watching. And going to be blood time coming. As Riley Smith will have blood time for Navy. 2-0 Fernandez. Aaron 285. As you see the training staff clearing up the blood, as that often happens in this sport. The sport of champions, college wrestling. As you see Fernandez talking to Coach Kozlowski, who's been really a tremendous asset here for the upper weights here at Cornell. Under Mike Ryan in his first season at the helm for the Big Red, and talking with Coach Gray personally, a few times, before the season began, and certainly now, just the pride and tradition they have here in this program, and where they're going. They're so excited about where they're going. Rob Cole, certainly big step, go all the way back to Spates and Noel in those years. Leading this program and taking it to heights it's never been, and Coach Gray wants to take it even further, a different stratosphere, and with the staff members he has, definitely on their way. As Fernandez back to live action, and equally the excitement level and the pursuit of greatness and excellence equally is great for Coach Colott and Navy. They are definitely thrilled about the guys they've got in their room and the recruits they have to just constantly get better, consistently. As Fernandez, it's something you see very often, running a leg at 285. But that's how athletic this guy is. And he's got back points coming. Got a 2 count. And Fernandez will get 2. It makes it 4-0 Fernandez.
2-point near fall for Cornell.
As we said, Fernandez, another New Jersey guy, and really just pumped up to be here. Second at the Southern Scuffle, 3-0 at the Bearcat Open, 2-time New Jersey state champ. And he has been looking solid. 11 wins on the year already for Fernandez. And that's some big mass on top of you for Cornell. As Smith, he's trying to torque that ankle. He's trying to get out. Might have something. And out of bounds with 10 on the first period clock. Navy and Cornell. It's been a good matchup between these two teams here in Ithaca, New York. I want to say thank you to everybody listening and watching. Of course, thank you to our wonderful team here at Cornell University. They're always constantly grinding and doing a great job with the productions here at Cornell. And out of bounds with 1 second. 1 second left in the first period. But it's just great to be back. I mean, you look at last year and COVID, and COVID is certainly still around everywhere. But to not have a season, it was so difficult for so many in the Ivy League. But it's just great to be back and in this atmosphere, albeit 25% capacity. Just seeing these great student athletes compete at a high level. It's definitely a blessing, something we don't take for granted, as Fernandez gets one. He's up 5-0 with riding time to his advantage. Fernandez, deep takedown attempt by Smith. Boy, he almost got pinned. Gotta look out. And you saw the Navy bench just rise up quickly like he's on his back, he's on his back. And those things happen in this sport. You get caught. Fernandez trying to fend off the two. Big overhook now. Smith trying to whiz her out. Or pardon me, trying to limp arm out from the whizzer. And stalemate. .116 to go here in the second. Fernandez and Smith. And Fernandez goes behind, he gets two. The snap and spin. Academic. Well, you see how fundamentally sound Fernandez is. What he does. He hits it hard, he hits it well. So Smith trying to rebound, and he might go to his back here with some back points. And Fernandez with a tilt in the turnover. There's more back points. And he gets 4 big ones. It's now 11-0 Fernandez. He's working on another tech ball now. But without a doubt, watching Fernandez compete and wrestle, he wrestles a lot like a middleweight or a lightweight in terms of how he moves on the mat, what he does. And I think that contrasting style to so many big guys that are out there that use mass and use just overly muscular type techniques, yeah, it serves him well. And he's done that here for Cornell. So it is 12-0. As the headgear comes off of Riley Smith. And looks like it might be broken or got to readjust it. As we hit the final period here up at Cornell University, the Friedman Wrestling Center, one of the elite state-of-the-art facilities in the entire world for the sport of wrestling. If you haven't been here, you got to get out here and check it out. It will definitely be worth it for you. So 12-0 right now. Fernandez never in doubt here in this matchup. 3 minutes of rounding time. A takedown will give him a technical fall, and you know he's going to work on that. Trying to get that 5 points in the team score. Big counter elbow tie, the push off by Fernandez. Fernandez thinking about the low leg single now is Riley Smith. Smith trying to torque on that leg. So look at Fernandez trying to go behind. Fernandez looking to torque it. And might be a stalemate coming. And he's trying to scoop the leg. He does. He has it scooped. He gets it free. He'll get 2. And that does it. Big takedown for Fernandez. It's 14-0 on the scoreboard. Well, he just did not quit on that drive. And power half here from Fernandez. Trying to punch it through. And he does, thinking about the pin now. And this will do it. Back point city for Fernandez. Trying to go for the pin. He's working for it. Fernandez turns him over. He got a pin. Fernandez with a pin 6 for Cornell. An exclamation point on top of this matchup for the Big Red. Fernandez improves to 12-5. And that is your final. After the pin from Fernandez, Cornell caps off an unbeaten weekend here at the Friedman Wrestling Center. They beat Navy 34-9 here for the Friedman Wrestling Center. That concludes our coverage this weekend right here on ESPN Plus. And don't forget, you can watch the